Hey guys, very good morning again. And this is SK. And in last video, we have discussed about a chat GPT. It's an optimizing language model for dialogues. People, those who are joining for the first time and listening to this video, just wanted to give a quick recap of what we have done in last video. In last video, I've just shown you how chat GPT works and how amazing tool it's going to be in the future, near future, especially for the developers and those who do coding and then do the application developing and all that. And especially this tool is going to be a kind of miracle or magical tool for networking people, those who are looking for some sort of automation, because it provides you a script, whether it's a Python script or we are doing any other sort of uh, automation. And I've also discussed about the differences. Can ChatGPT replace Google, which is already available since 1998 as a search engine, and solving the purpose professionally and personally, and has become a basis of our day-to-day activities. When I say day-to-day activities, day-to-day businesses are using this tool, Google, as a search engine. So Google was a wonderful tool. Even today, we can't rule out the factor that Google is going to be replaced by ChatGPT. So today I'll be focusing on the comparison part of ChatGPT and Google, how Google does the search, provides you the relevant information based on its ranking criteria, and how ChatGPT is doing miracle in the tech, especially in the tech sector. So ChatGPT, or generative pre-training transformer, is a chatbot designed to do a kind of initiate a kind of conversation dialogue between you, uh, you know, as a interpreter, because it is going to explain you in a way that a human has done in the past. And that's the advantage of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is nothing but an ability of the machine to think and work like a human being. Right now, uh, or I would say, the humans have two abilities. The first ability of a human is the physical abilities to perform certain tasks, and the another one is the cognitive. We have, through the industrial revolution, we have developed wonderful machines which are in terms of physically competing with human beings, and have done a wonderful job in replacing human, or I would not say replacing, it is a negative word, but enhancing the capacity of our own productivity. So even this chat GPT, Google has enhanced our ability to do the task in a very short span of time, or in a very meaningful way, or in a very productive way. So overall, positively, if we talk about, they're not going to replace the job. They're not going to replace the human beings. Human being will always be there. But yes, the way we have worked, we have to change the way in the coming future with artificial intelligence and the robotics. More robotics, more artificial intelligence, more chatbot will be there in the market. Even it's going to be there in all the sectors, not only technical, pharmaceutical. Even the doctors will be chatbot in the coming future. Even now they have, but not to a great extent. So let's focus. Let's go back to our uh, the main topic, the Chat GPT that I'm going to talk about, and its comparison with Google, how Google can work, and that. And I'm also doing some sort of practical example here with the previous. You all know the GNS3 is a wonderful tool where you can replicate your uh, networking related stuff. You can do practical. Everybody who has done CCNA, CCNP, or even CCI practicals, they have been using GNS3 over the years. This tool has also been evolved a lot. I have done my SD-WAN Viptela practical on this GNS3 tool, even though EVNG is also available, which is also a wonderful tool. I'll be showing that in my upcoming videos. But right now, I'm just doing a very basic practical of HSRP. So I thought of doing it on the GNS3. But GNS3 has the capability of doing all sort of practical if your laptop is compatible, having at least 16 GB of RAM and at least i5 or i7 is the best processor, I would say, because you will require more core CPUs for running the Viptela, vManage, and vSmart controllers. So let's not get into that. Let's be focused on this Chat GPT part. I heard Chat GPT is okay. Oh, it's just giving the error. Like there's some because so far since it has been launched in 2022 November, over 1 million people have subscribed to it, and right now it's a free tool through the OpenAI. But in upcoming days, definitely it's going to be uh, charged. There should be some sort of you know cost included into it. ChatGPT what AI is smart with ALS is capacity leaving us to wait for a chance to chat with it when ChatGPT is ready to play. Okay, there's some sort of issues happening. But last time what I did with the help of ChatGPT, I prepared certain uh, script of Python. Was provided by ChatGPT. So what we'll be doing, we will be using the same script provided by ChatGPT. Because if I go to Google, Google has its own way of providing the information based on the ranking. If I say provide me Python script, it's not that interactive. Python script, it gives you a list. It provides you a list of certain web pages which it crawls in the background based on its algorithm. There is an algorithm in the background and you have to choose. But with this is not the case with ChatGPT. ChatGPT gives you sure short information which is relevant, and it also explains if there is some sort of limitation with ChatGPT. If ChatGPT can't give you the output, it will tell you that this information is unfortunately not available and where you can get this information from. So the chat GPT has this sort of stuff, you know, mountain and hills, right? Okay, so now this is ready. Okay, what is IU Skype tool? This server is slow at the moment. Multiple people are using today's Monday, so must be several people have blocked. So this is kind of being slow right now. But you have understood the basics, you know. So let's move on to the configuration of R1. We have to provide some basic, username and password in order to get it work through a script. And otherwise, how would it be accessible externally? Currently, I'm just enabling the talent, but in the near future, I'll be doing the SSH also through Paramiko and there are other scripts. Okay, and now since it is connected to my Wi-Fi, I should be getting the, if I put it on the address DSCP, I should get the same IP range which my laptop has right now. Soon I'll be getting an IP address from the DSCP server. Yeah, I've got it. Okay. So 133 is the IP address. All right, let's go back to ChatGPT part. No, I am not a Skype tool, but I am a language model created by OpenAI that can understand and generate text in response to them. I can be integrated into various applications, but I am not specific to any one platform or tool. Are you a robot? Are you a search engine like Google? I am similar to a search engine in that and I can provide information in response to user queries, but there are some key differences between me and search engine like Google. Search engines like Google use complex algorithms to crawl and index. That's what I told you earlier, the web, and then use those indexes to match user queries with the most relevant pages. As I told you earlier, we put certain keywords in the Google, and in the background, Google uses an algorithm to crawl on certain web pages. Sometimes this information can be relevant. I'm talking about Google. It could be irrelevant, and you need to have that capability or sort of understanding how what exactly you are looking for. But this is not the case with ChatGPT. ChatGPT gives you precise information, and if it doesn't have that information, it also tell you the way out. I'm a language model. This we already know. Okay, please provide Python basic script to configure Cisco router. I'm sorry, but providing a basic script to configure Cisco router would be beyond the scope of a single response. Absolutely correct. The configuring a Cisco router involves many different steps. You know, absolutely correct. It's not, we don't only configure the interfaces, we do lots of configuration on a Cisco router and switch to make it work. But it can give you a basic idea what exactly you need, and then based on your requirement, because you don't have to configure only interface, you need to configure the protocols, you need to configure the authentication, several things, based on the requirement, the basic criteria. But it can give you an idea what you need to do. It has given you based on the SSH. So I've already used a script, the SSH one, the telnet. Right now, I'm just using the telnet. What IP I've got is 133 this time, so I will just modify it and configure interface router. Yes, see, this is the interface I'm gonna configure. The other interface, the other configuration I'll be doing is, mm, let me modify. I have to do no IP routing. And the another one are the default gateway of the virtual interface which I'll be creating for an HSRP. IP default gateway 10.0.0.3. Okay, let's see how it works. It's gonna work or not. Let's see. Okay, so all right. First, we validate whether our configuration is working fine or not. Show IP route. hmm Hmm. Who is accessible? Course is not available. Sometimes it doesn't work, so you have to bounce the interface. Basic troubleshooting. Basics and the concept will always remain same. It's not going to go anywhere whether the chat GPT comes, artificial intelligence come, automation comes, you know. Yeah, I'm ready to reach it. Oh, sorry. I was so it's working fine, absolutely fine. Show IP interface brief. If you just give the brief information. Okay, right now one interface is configured and show IP route. We see this same thing what we have here. So let's execute this thing through PowerShell. I have this what telnet the script over here on my desktop. I'll open that folder through this OneDrive. Okay, I have reached over here. Python space and which is one? It's telnet one, right? Telnet one. Okay, wonderful. You have to specify the file type in order to make it work. If everything is okay in terms of a script configuration, you'll be soon see. This is what is happening. The moment you run a script, it all create done the configuration over here. Whatever configuration we have executed, the default gateway, the building is okay. This is amazing. This is amazing. So we have got a script. We don't have to waste our waste our time to prepare a script. We don't have to waste our time in configuration. If you use this script, you can configure multiple routers and switches in a one go. but you need to be very specific in terms of what exactly the information you are looking for precisely. And if you have the basic idea of networking, basic idea of all that, now ChatGPT is going to work. ChatGPT is going to help you a lot. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do the entire configuration. Let me see if I can. Okay, so this thing is done. Show IP route. Let's see if I have got the change exactly. So that thing is done. Let's go back to the other stuff of configuring OSPF and our HSRP stuff. Mhm.